So this one's going to be a real good game, and I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, if we look at the team comparisons between these two groups, obviously the Oakland Wolves are topping a lot of the stats tables here, second in scoring in the league with 85 points. They're second in field goal percentage, in three-point percentage they're third, and they lead the league in steals per game with 15.5 steals.
Yeah, I think the Oakland Wolves have done a really good job of turning the ball over and getting out in transition. So I think for the Hatters today, it's mainly about keeping control of the ball, limiting the turnovers, and ultimately not letting the Oakland Wolves get out in transition.
And if we go across the other side, the Hatters obviously able to go undefeated in the league so far, but they're only ranking 6th in points per game, 75 points per game. Rebounds, they're 4th with 41 rebounds. Assists, they're 5th. But they're second in turnovers per game with only 16 turnovers per game. So doing a really good job of protecting the ball and taking care of the ball. So it'd be interesting for them to go against the #1 team who leads the league in steals.
Yeah, and I ultimately think that is going to be the edge of the game today, is which team is going to do their the best attribute the best. Are the Hatters going to take care of the ball, or are the Oakland Wolves going to be able to turn them over more than they would like?
Well, let's quickly go into some ones to watch today. We briefly went over Emma Gandini, obviously leading the team in scoring, 18 points per game, efficient, composed scorer, but we didn't really talk about Megan Mo Mullings, new signing with the Hatters this season. What do you think of her so far?
Yeah, I mean, she's coming into this game averaging 14 points on just 22.5 minutes a game. So I think she's one to watch, especially on the defensive end, causing turnovers. But then the Oakland Wolves are going to have to take care of her offensively, because she can be dangerous.
Yeah, she leads the team with 3.8 steals per game. Obviously, we've got our playoff MVP from last season and the heart and soul of this club, Georgia Gale.
Yeah, I think if Oakland Wolves have not scouted Georgia Gale enough this week, then she can be a real problem. She's the heartbeat of this team. She's been around the league for a number of years, playing at very high levels, also with GB. So she's someone that you can never, ever ignore on the basketball court. Her experience, IQ, her shooting ability and passing ability, hopefully, is going to be on display today.
We go across over to the Wolves. Ones to watch for the Wolves, Tejana McGee. a steady force for this team for the past 2 seasons. What do you think of her so far?
Yeah, she's been really good this season. I think her inside play has been what is the most consistent for this team so far. Almost averaging a double-double, so the Hatters will definitely need to make sure they're boxing her out every possession and limiting her post touches if they can with some strong help side defense.
Another player to watch for this Oakland Wolves squad, number 22, Danielle McCrae.
Yeah, I mean, again, averaging 10 points, one of the many players for Oakland's averaging 10 points a game, and also playing the most minutes in the team at 24. So she's going to be a steady presence for them throughout the game, and the Hatters are going to keep a constant eye on her as the game unfolds.
And finally for the Wolves, Anissa Pounds leading the team in three-point percentage from the perimeter.
Yeah, I mean, this is someone that you can't leave by herself in the corner. Or anywhere on the court for that matter, so the Hatters are going to have to make sure they're rotating effectively and definitely making her into a driver rather than a catch and shoot player.
Well, we are moments away from the tip-off here. We'll just take a quick look at the starting lineups. Here we've got both team sheets here. Both teams here pretty much healthy, everybody there. If we look at the starters for the Hatters, what do you take of that starting lineup?
Yeah, I think this is a steady lineup for the Hatters. I think it brings a lot of consistency and a lot of team chemistry, with 3 of the players being Georgia Gale, Shauna Harrison and Emma Gandini being here last year. So I think the consistency in this starting 5 hopefully is going to give the Hatters a good start to the game.
And if we flip it over to the Oakland Wolves side, quickly check out their starting lineup. Well, you do know De Silva is starting. Both De Silvas are starting, number 1 and number 8. Bo Frost is starting. Danielle McCrae and Finau. A solid lineup for this Oakland Wolves squad.
Yeah, again, I think both teams have set out a really consistent 5 players that have played together before. So I'm looking for an exciting start to this game.
Both teams taking to the floor. First regular season game for both these teams after both progressing through the trophy competition. Both teams looking to start off on the right foot here, and a little bit of a rivalry. Both these teams very successful last season. They clashed quite a few times in 2 different finals. How important is it to start off on the right foot in that first game of the season?
Yeah, well, especially coming off the recent rivalry and both picking up some silverware last season, I think this is almost a mini-final. I would hope that neither of these teams needed much motivation this week in practice leading up to this game. This may not mean the winner of the league or any silverware, but bragging rights are all on the line.
And here we go. Seconds away from tip-off here at the Cannon Medical Arena. The Braun Sheffield Hatters versus Oakland Wolves. And Oakland's comes up with it. Finau brings the ball over half. She'll hand off to De Silva. To the corner to Frost. Frost will pop a shot. Won't catch the rim on that one. Gandini comes down with it. And she's off to the races. Lewis swings it to Harrison, and she'll be called for the extra steps there.
Yeah, it seemed like 2 players on different pages on that possession. I think Shauna was looking for the cut down the middle, and it seemed to be that the player wasn't looking back at her, so hopefully they fix that one quick.
De Silva. Great steal from Mullings. She'll just step out of bounds there, so possession will remain with the Oakland Wolves.
Yeah, that's what we've come to expect with Mullins this season. I expect her to be very disruptive today.
Ball's in, Finau, over to McCrae. Inside to De Silva. Quick spin to the basket, that won't go. Mullins come down with it. Nice little handoff to Gandini. She'll let one fly. Won't drop, but great hustle from Shauna Harrison. Not able to come up with it. De Silva pushes it. Finau, quick kick to the corner. De Silva, she'll make the 15-footer. Great ball movement there from the Oakland Wolves.
Yeah, just they had numbers on the break there. They managed to find the open player, wide open on the baseline, easy two.
Gandini looking inside. Can't find any space. Lewis with the ball in the block. Looking to back down De Silva. Nice little hook shot off the glass and in. Great patient play there from Lewis.
Yeah, it seemed like a bit of a broken play, a bit of disruption in the middle of the court, but she managed to keep her composure there and make a really nice move.
Wow, great crossover from De Silva. She'll kick it out to Bo Frost, and that's good for three.
Yeah, we picked up on that one before the game about that corner three.
Well, great pass there, full court pass from Georgia Gale, but not able to come up with it on the other end. De Silva will keep this fast tempo going. Gandini pops it out. She's on the break. Great hustle play from De Silva. And she'll maintain, Hatters will maintain possession on that one. It's quite a up-tempo, fast-paced game so far, Nate.
Yeah, I think the Hatters have just been slightly, if the right word's sluggish, the couple of first possessions, so I'm looking for them to just start to get a bit of a flow on offense.
Georgia Gale down the lane, an easy two for her.
Yeah, I caught the Oakland Wolves napping on that one.
De Silva drives, she'll kick it off to McCray. Not able to come up with the basket, but she'll be rewarded with a trip to the line.
Yeah, a lot of bodies around that play. I'm surprised that ball even got through there, but she did a really good job. Great hands inside, and managed to get that ball off and some contact on the arm.
Well, McCray leads the team in minutes per game. She's also tied for points per game. Quite the force inside for this Oakland Wolves team. She'll come up with both free throws there as Georgia Gale brings it down the floor for the Hatters. Swings it to Harrison. Harrison to Gandini. Quick handoff back to Harrison. Over to Lewis. Another handoff there. Looks like McCray will be called for the foul, reaching in. Just a little too aggressive on that defensive play.
Yeah, I think the Hatters did a good job there of really moving the ball. Lots of players moving at the same time, keeping the defense honest. And yeah, rightly said, too much contact on that one.
Wow, the alley-oop play on the backdoor cut from Shauna Harrison. She won't come down with a basket, but she will go to the free throw line. A nice little heads-up play there from Lewis.
Yeah, that pass was absolutely on the money there. And Shauna at the line now for two shots.
Shauna Harrison having a great season so far. 9.5 points per game, 4 assists per game, 1.5 steals. And obviously known for her perimeter shooting. She'll take both free throws down on that possession.
Yeah, really glue player for the Hatters. Shauna Harrison, big hustle player.
Gandini will be called for the hand check there in the backcourt. Just a little bit too aggressive on that. De Silva brings it up for the Wolves. Popped out for a second, but back in control here. Downhill play from De Silva. Passes it over to Frost. Back up to McCray. McCray looking for an option. Shot clock running down. De Silva shoots the three, and it's good.
Yeah, the Hatters just got caught with the hand down there. I think they played some good defense up to that point.
Great crossover there from Georgia Gale. She advances the ball. Swings it to Lewis. Lewis to Harrison. Lewis at the top. She's open. She'll let it fly. Not good. Megan Mullins gets a hand on it, but deflected out of bounds. So Oaklands will take the ball out on the end line.
Great read there by Lewis. Noticed the two players went with the cutter. Just popped straight to the top. Didn't manage to make it.
Finau doing it all by herself. Great kick back out by De Silva there. McCray will drive it in. Finau passes to Frost. She's hit one before. Not able to connect on that one. And looking like Oaklands will be called for the over-the-back call there. De Silva just a little bit too aggressive on that. Both teams making some substitutions. McGee and Beckford Norton into the game, while Crisper and Fernandez Pardo into the game for the Hatters. Lots of experience out on the floor here for both squads.
Yeah, real matchup from last year's finals here.
Gale controlling from the top. Crisper passes it off to Fernandez. Fernandez back to Crisper. Crisper looking to find something on the inside. That's back-to-back fouls on De Silva for Oaklands. Potential sub here.
You can see the game plan here from Oakland Wolves, really not wanting to let the Hatters get to the middle of the court, even if it means making the foul in that case. But I think coach will like what he sees from the defensive stand so far.
Brookshire will sub in for De Silva, who's currently on 2 fouls. Hatters possession on the side here. And handed off to Fernandez. She took the jab step, but the ref thought it was a little bit too much. She'll be called for the travel.
Yeah, unfortunate one there. I think she made the exact right read, but unfortunately just took one too many steps.
McGee will take it at the top for Oaklands. Looking inside at Brookshire. Great steal from Nina Crisper. She'll kick it back to Georgia Gale. She kicks it up to Mullings. Mullings swings it over. Crisper on the inside. Absolutely smothered. But she'll draw the foul there from De Silva.
That's exactly the kind of defense the Hatters are going to need to do against the strong inside presence from Oaklands. Really good job there by Crisper, disrupting the play, and now finds herself at the line.
Nina Crisper, her second year with the Hatters, and what an impact she's made to this team last season and coming into this season. She came back in great shape, and just another one of those players, kind of a glue player, can do it all.
Yeah, I think they're really going to need to lean on her impact defensively today, and especially on the rebounds, and also making the right plays. I think she gets the ball in good positions and seems to find open teammates often.
And again, Nina Crisper with the steal. She'll take it all the way, and the layup down the other end, waking up this crowd here at the Cannon Medical Arena.
Yeah, just what the Hatters needed there. Some energy on defense, disrupting that play, and a great finish down the middle with 2 players behind her.
McGee swings over to Beckford Norton. She'll let one fire for 3. It won't go. As the Hatters advance the ball. Again, they're trying to find any advantage on the inside as they can. Crisper hits Fernandez. Fernandez, she'll let it fly. Not able to go. But great hands from Emma Gandini. Fernandez comes up with it. She'll kick it over to Gale. Gale. Great backdoor cut. Oh, just slips out of Gandini's hands. Just a bit of a frustration play there. It was a great cut from Gandini. She just wasn't able to get her hand on it.
Yeah, the Hatters are now starting to open up their offense a bit, flowing a lot better, and players finding themselves in open space. I'm excited to see what they can do as this quarter goes on.
Well, Pound subs in for Oaklands as Beckford Norton handles it. She'll swing it across to McCray. Brookshire, clock running down, 7 seconds here. She's going to have to find an option. And a kick ball called here on Fernandez. Bailed him out on that one.
Yeah, great defensive stand again by the Hatters. Almost another turnover. Fortunately, just clipped her on the leg. Fresh 14 for the Oakland.
McGee passes it to Beckford Norton. Back to McGee. They're looking inside at Brookshire. Brookshire backing down Mullins. A little step back shot. It won't go. Fernandez kicks it back to Stubbs. Stubbs up to Gandini. She sees the lane. Great kick back to Stubbs. She'll fire off a 3. It won't go. McGee Steady ball handling from McGee to the corner. Shanice Beckford-Norton looking for the screen. She finds some space. She'll let it go. Not good. Stubbs off to the races here. Stubbs down low to Crisper. Swings it to Gandini. Back over to Fernandez. Fernandez, quick handoff with Mullins. Mullins finding space in the lane. Great take, not able to go, but again, Nina Crisper, right place, right time, and she'll be fouled on the putback.
Yeah, what an impact so far from Nina Crisper. Both ends of the floor, causing disruption, getting out on the open court, getting herself some offensive rebounds, and now she's on a second trip to the free throw line.
And she's already drawn 3 fouls tonight on 4 points personal. She's 1 for 1 from the field goal range, and now she's 3 for 3 from free throw range. So extremely efficient night from Nina so far.
Yeah, causing a headache for the Oakland Wolves, having to sub their bigs in and out constantly. They're not going to want to do that too often.
Well, commentators curse on that second one, but I'm sure she'll get a couple more tonight. Pounds kicks it out to McGee. It won't go. Great rebound from Grace Graham. Stubbs advances the ball. She's looking to find somebody on the interior. Fernandez, high-low pass. Gets bobbled out of her hands, and Pounds on the break. Another great hands from Graham.
Yeah, great hustle to get back on the defensive end there and stop an easy fast break.
A lot of defensive intensity from this Hatters squad so far. As we come into the final 2.5 minutes of the game, Brookshire won't let it go. Crisper with the rebounds. Stubbs will advance the ball up the court. Oh, great hands from Beckford-Norton. Finding McCray on the break. Big finish inside from McCray, and even better hands from Shanice Beckford-Norton.
Yeah, Stubbs getting caught there on the halfway line, does a better job this time. Now the Hatters are back into their offense.
Graham up to Crisper, over to Fernandez. Fernandez swings it. Graham's, and obviously this Oakland Wolves team leads the league in steals. You can see there's hands in the lane. They're looking for deflection. They're relentless on that defensive end.
Yeah, I just want to see the Hatters be a bit more sharper with the passes. Bit of hesitation there from Marina Fernandez, and almost causes a turnover.
Well, ball was inbounded to Fernandez, but she ends up stepping on the line. Quick timeout called here. We'll take a quick look at some of our players tonight. Who stands out to you so far for the Hatters, Nate?
Well, definitely Nina Crisper. I mean, she subbed in. Instant impact on the defensive end, grabbing rebounds, causing turnovers, and then getting herself down. First one down the floor, finishing on the break, and now has drawn 3 fouls already in the game. So excellent impact from Nina Crisper.
Yeah, she leads all scorers for the Hatters with 5 points personal. Who stands out to you for the Oakland Wolves?
Well, I think Danielle McCray for sure. 4 points. She's not missed a shot yet. I think she wants to make sure she doesn't want to pick up any quick fouls in this first quarter. I think that's going to be the trouble for Oakland tonight, is making sure they don't get the bigs in foul trouble.
Well, McCray is perfect from the field, and with 2 free throws on top of that. Very balanced scoring attack from the Wolves. 4 out of their 5 starters on the stat sheet so far.
Yeah, I think we're still just waiting for one team to really take control of this game. There's been a lot of back and forth, some decent possessions, but not a lot of consistency so far. So I think this timeout from Vanessa Ellis telling her team, let's calm down a bit, let's get into our offense, let's get a bit of flow, and let's create some open shots.
2 minutes left in the first quarter here at the Cannon Medical Arena. The Hatters versus the Wolves. It's the first championship game of the season. Both these teams building up quite the rivalry last season and looking to get off on the right foot here. Great block there from Antoinette Lewis. saved by Fernandez. Lewis will hand it off to Stubbs. And exactly what you want to see on your first defensive possession as the Hatters.
Yeah, I think this is what the Hatters have got to hang the hats on today's game. Causing as much disruption as we see Marina Fernandez get fouled on that play.
And again, the Hatters, just great high-low action from them. They're such a selfless team. They're always looking to make that extra pass. And Fernandez and Lewis, quite a few passes between them so far tonight.
Yeah, some great baseline cuts there. A great pass. And Oaklands are getting into a bit of foul trouble here. I think they're going to need to clean up the game. Be a bit more aware on the help side. And try and limit the Hatters at the free throw line.
Fernandez knocks down the first one. She was fouled on that play, shooting 2 free throws, but Oakland Wolves 5 team fouls, so Hatters will be looking to take advantage of that, try and get to the line at least once or twice more before this quarter ends. Beckford Norton for the Wolves. McCray. McCray back to Beckford Norton. She swings it to De Silva. De Silva off the dribble. Trying to find a way. Spins. Throws it up. Not good. Marina Fernandez off to the races here. Settles in. Hands it off to Stubbs. She pops. Nice little 15-footer, and it'll trickle in for 2.
Great shot there by Stubbs. Caught the ball on the handoff, took a couple of dribbles, noticed she was in a bit of space, and then knocked down the 2.
Great recognition of space and where the defense was. Nice shot from her. Her first basket of the game. Beckford Norton. Great drive in the basket. Just a little out of control, but some contact called on the play. Stubbs will pick up 1.
I know there was a foul call there, but what I really like from the Hatters so far is how early the guards are picking up Oakland Wolves. It's really disrupting their offense. Starting the offense probably 6, 7, 8 feet higher than they'd ideally want to.
6'7", right, Nate?
No comment on that one, Mike.
Fernandez will advance the ball for the Hatters. 40 seconds left on the clock. And again, McGee, relentless on the defensive end. Crisper will take it out for the Hatters. Cheyenne Stubbs handles it at the top, kicks it to Fernandez. Fernandez on the drive. And Fernandez with an offensive foul. Her first foul of the night.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate one. The Hatters had a really good chance there to get a 2-for-1 opportunity with only 30 seconds left. Really unfortunate one there, and now Oakland's have a chance to tie the game potentially.
McCray, she'll fire off a 3. It won't go. Loose ball. Crisper comes up with it. She'll bring the ball up the floor. Great pass to Fernandez. And great finish from her inside.
Great find by Nina Crisper there.
1 second on the clock. McGee fires off a 3. It won't go. And that's it for the first quarter. 17 for the Hatters, 12 for the Oakland Wolves. And a much needed break for both teams.
Yeah, I think the Hatters have done a really good job the second half of that first quarter, causing some turnovers from Oakland Wolves and getting out on the break.
Let's just have a quick look at the game stats for the game so far. What stands out to you the most for the Hatters, Nate?
Well, I'll just look at those free throws and the percentages. Managed to shoot 8 free throws in that quarter, and I think all of those coming from turnovers that they've caused. So compound errors from the Oakland Wolves, firstly turning the ball over and then following that up by fouling and sending the Hatters to the line.
Well, neither team shooting the ball. I'm sorry, Oakland's not shooting the ball particularly well, considering their second in the league in field goal percentage and third in three-point percentage, but they're just not finding any rhythm from behind the perimeter.
No, and like I mentioned just a bit earlier, the Hatters, the guards are really picking Oakland Wolves guards up really early up the floor, which is really causing a lot of disruption Oakland's not able to get into their offences, and because of that they've ended up shooting 8 threes in the quarter, and a lot of those coming from broken plays and with a hand in the face. So as a long-term strategy, I think Oakland Wolves have got to find a way of getting the ball inside to those consistent bigs that they've got, and hopefully getting to the line, because they've only shot 2 free throws in that first quarter.
Hatters winning the rebound war, and Hatters with 4 steals as well. But Oakland's still finding a way to stay in this game as we head here into the second quarter at the Cannon Medical Arena. It's the first championship match for both these teams after incredible trophy runs. And these teams will meet again in the trophy semifinal here at the Cannon Medical Arena on the 6th of December. But tonight, it's regular season action as the Hatters get going here in the second quarter. And a little bit of a careless pass there from Lewis turns into a jump ball situation, and the Wolves will come up with possession.
Yeah, Oakland did a good job there. The Hatters have run that play a few times now with that screen to the baseline. That time they saw it coming, managed to get a hand on the ball, and have come up with the ball on offense.
Hatters being called, on Grace Graham will be called for the hold there on Shanice Beckford Norton. So a turnover and a quick foul from the Hatters to start the quarter. Not exactly what you want to see, but still not a lot of damage done. McGee will pull up for 3. Again, not able to find any rhythm from behind the arc. Georgia Gale will advance the ball, kicks it to Fernandez, inside to Lewis. Lewis takes her time and bobbles out of her hands. Just not able to control it there, so possession back to the Wolves. Nina Crisper will sub in for Antoinette Lewis quickly.
Interesting start to the quarter by the Hatters. I thought they'd really turn the corner towards the end of that first quarter. Unfortunately, 2 turnovers in 2 possessions, giving Oakland's more chances.
McGee, it was a great pass to find McGee going to the basket. She's not able to find the space and steps out of bounds. So just a little bit of a lackluster start here from both teams in the second quarter after, a great ending to that first quarter.
Yeah, I don't think either team have really played to the strength so far. I'm looking for, like I said earlier, one team to really take control and set a precedent of how they're going to play today.
Georgia Gale, dish it off to Nina Crisper. Hard foul from Leslie Afino. And Nina will go to the line for the 3rd time tonight. She's 3 for 4 so far.
Yeah, disappointing one there for the Oakland Wolves. A really simple, let Georgia Gale drive down the middle of the court and dump one off to Nina Crisper right under the basket, and you couldn't really pick a more obvious foul.
Yeah. Well, I think she wasn't going to let her have anything easy. Nina Crisper hits both free throws, bumps her up to 7 points personal on the night.
Dangerous times for the Wolves right now.
Bethany Sarson in the game, calling for a screen from Brookshire. She'll let off a 3, but deflected. Finau comes up with it. Sarson again, 10-footer, and it's good.
Much needed basket from the Wolves there.
Yeah, good energy coming off the bench. Hatters advancing the ball quite quickly there. Kicks it over to Fernandez. Back up to Crisper. Great backdoor cut from Fernandez. And you said it earlier, Nate, that backdoor action from the Hatters has been incredible all night.
Yeah, well, I think the Oakland Wolves are really trying to get in the passing lanes and cause disruption that way, and the Hatters have done a great job of adapting to that and adding that backdoor cut in there, and actually catching the help side sleeping, recovering a bit late, forcing them into tough basket contests, and ultimately now sending the Hatters to the line once again.
Well, Shauna Harrison will sub back into the game as Marina Fernandez knocks down her first free throw. And her second gives the Hatters a nice 7-point cushion, building off their lead from the first quarter. Bo Frost back into the game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised at that one at all.
Great take to the hole from Beckford Norton. Just the lane just opened right up for her.
Yeah, well, I think with Bo Frost coming back into the game, adding that consistent shooting is going to now open up gaps for Oaklands, because the Hatters are going to have to take care of her.
And Nina Crisper is going to be called for the offensive foul, an illegal screen there. They've been pretty on that tonight, the referees, with offensive calls. I think that's the third one tonight so far.
Yeah, I think both coaches will be wanting their teams to be slightly more disciplined, because they're both going to get in foul trouble.
Frost, she'll kick it to Brookshire. Out to Beckford Norton, back to Frost. She'll fire off a three, just short. Hatters will come down with it. Georgia Gale playing with pace here on the open floor. Great cross from her. Looking for an option. Big pass to Crisper and the left-hand finish. Nina Crisper, 9 points personal on the night.
Doing it all tonight. Both ends of the floor, both hands, any way you want it. She's scoring the ball.
Frost looking to go inside with Brookshire. Brookshire kicks it out to Sarson. Sarson, running jumper, not able to come down with it. Nina Crisper, another rebound. Georgia Gale to Crisper, over to Fernandez. Inside to Mullings, pass was just a little bit too high. Possession back to the Wolves. As we see the Wolves calling a quick timeout now. The Hatters able to stretch that lead out to 9 points. Coach Lee Ryan just wanted to have a quick word.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at that timeout. Not surprised at that timeout whatsoever. I think we're 3 minutes into the second quarter now, and I've not really seen much from the Wolves in terms of consistency. They seem to be causing some disruption. They seem to be creating some space, but it's not every play, and they're allowing the Hatters to get to the middle of the lane and make easy passes for easy layups.
Well, if you're the Wolves coach right now, what are you looking at? Are you looking at inside? Are you trying to create some more three-point opportunities, or is it all on the defensive end? Where does Coach Lee Ryan go?
Well, I think defensively both teams have not been too bad, other than Oakland's fouling and sending the Hatters to the line a few more times than they'd like. I think offensively is where Oakland's need some improvement. I think they need to get the ball down to the middle of the lane more to create more space for the shooters like Frost in the corner.
Well, let's take a quick look at our stats leaders here. Obviously, Nina Crisper having a phenomenal night. 100% from the field with sitting on 9 points.
Yeah, really impressive. Both ends from Nina Crisper brought great energy. Three-quarter fronting in the post, making it really difficult for Oakland to get the ball inside. And then down the other end, possibly some other players averaging more points than her over the season, which has actually managed to give her more space, and she's been ultra efficient, shooting 100% so far.
Well, both teams back to the floor. Just under 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Oakland's Wolves possession. Beckford Norton commanding the floor, looking inside to Brookshire. She'll back down Crisper. Spins. Nice little fadeaway. It won't go. Big rebound from Mullins. As Georgia Gale crosses over, gets in the lane. Great kick to the corner. Shauna Harrison. It won't go. Big rebound from Gandini. Flying in from the wing as Georgia Gale tries to find Mo Mullings inside. And great fight there from her to get her defender on her back. So we see McCray sub in for McGee.
Yeah, great recognition there from Mullins, knowing that she had a mismatch inside and made it very obvious that she wanted the ball there, causing her into a foul.
Georgia Gale inside to Crisper. Back out to Gandini. Nice screen from Crisper. Andini loses it. Beckford Norton down the other end. She storms to the basket. And nice little finger roll for two.
Yeah, the Oakland Wolves are going to need more of them in this quarter if they want to find a way back into this game.
You can definitely see the defensive intensity from this Oakland Wolves team since the timeout. Smothering defense here. And it worked on that occasion there. Nina Crisper called for the travel. Big effort on the defensive end from this Oaklands team.
Yeah, that's exactly what coach would have wanted out of that timeout. Cut this lead back down to 5, cause another turnover, hopefully to capitalise this time down the court.
Beckford Norton will handle the ball at the top, looking for an option here. Finds some space, she'll let it fly from 18 feet. It won't go as Gandini gets out on the break. Over to Crisper. Crisper not able to convert. A nice rebound from Sarson as McCray in the open court crosses, spins, throws it up. It won't go. Georgia Gale looking for the full court pass. Crisper comes down with it off the deflection. Crisper will let a three fly, and it's good. Getting into it with Beckford Norton there a little bit. Big shot. Hatters up to 26 points. Bo Frost for three. You can't give her much space. Great reaction there from Bo Frost.
Yeah, Nina Crisper scoring at all 3 levels in this first half. And then down the other end, as we spoke about earlier, I think Bo Frost is going to have an important role to play in this game for some outside shooting because they are really struggling. So a big shot there by Bo Frost.
Big shot, gets them back up to 21 within striking distance here. The Hatters really looking to push the pace of play tonight, trying to take any fast break transition opportunity that they can. As they turn the ball over there, De Silva comes up with it. She's off to the races in the open court. Great kick to the corner, but off the hands of Sarson, and possession will be back with the Hatters.
Yeah, another careless turnover there. I'd expect the Oakland Wolves to be a bit sharper with the passing, as they did to start the game, but it seems to have fallen off.
Well, that'll be the 6th turnover from the Oakland Wolves, but 13 turnovers from Sheffield so far. They're a team that only averages 15 per game, so definitely going to be something that they'll be talking about at the halftime break. But still lots more basketball before then. We've got just under 4.5 minutes here in the second quarter as Georgia Gale handles the ball at the top. Good kick to Harrison. She's got space. Off the back iron, and big rebound from McCray. De Silva pushing the pace. De Silva to De Silva, back to De Silva, over to Sarson. Nice pass on the inside, just not able to keep a hand on it. De Silva will let it fly from the corner. Big three.
Great shot there by De Silva.
Gale in the open floor. Manages to draw the foul there for 2 shots. And that will put the Oakland Wolves into the penalty.
Yeah, dangerous times here with 4 minutes left, or 3 minutes 50 left in the quarter already in team fouls. We're going to need a big amount of discipline now from the Oakland Wolves to not allow the Hatters to stretch this lead out from the free throw line.
Georgia Gale not able to convert on either of those free throws. And again, the pace from De Silva. Not able to connect on it, but great steal from Sarson there. Wow. Getting a bit wild out there. Gandini will bring it up the floor. Nice little left-hand layup. They gave her all the space in the world to make that finish.
Yeah, great composure there. You can't give a player like Emma Gandini that much space in the middle of the lane. She's going to make the right decision more times than she's not.
De Silva on the drive. Knocks over Harrison. Great play from Harrison there. Stood her grounds. Got her feet set and took the charge.
Yeah, that's just what Shauna Harrison brings to this team. A lot of grit, Great positioning there and took one for the team at such an important time in this second quarter.
Pounds will sub back in for the Wolves. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in this second quarter as Cheyenne Stubbs advances the ball. Stubbs looking to come off the screen. And again, Oakland's defense all over it. Relentless on the defensive end. Pounds for three. Big shot from Pounds right off the bench into a three-pointer.
Just what Oakland's needed. I think they've hit a couple of threes now in this quarter. Cut it back down to a 1-point deficit and really causing some disruption on the defensive end.
Foul called on Bo Frost there in the backdoor cut. Mo Mullins will sub back in for Nina Crisper.
Yeah, both teams I think are looking for that 5 just to click at this point.
Yeah, there's been some great runs between both teams, but still not. I don't think we're seeing both teams firing at all cylinders yet. I think they're still trying to find some rhythm and some pace to their games. And again, a lot of turnovers between both these teams so far.
And that just highlights the rivalry and how much these players really want to win, especially this first game of the season. Get some bragging rights before that trophy semi-final.
Well, great take from De Silva. She saw space open up. Great take down the lane with a one-handed finish. She'll be rewarded with a trip to the line and a chance to level the score here at 30. And what a quarter here from the Wolves. You know, down 5 going into it. The lead was as big as 9 points at one point, and now able to draw it back to just about level. It won't go. Hatters will maintain the lead. 2.5 minutes left here. Lewis backs down her defender. Nice little step back. It won't go. De Silva comes down with it. And Emma Gandini called for the reach in there.
Yeah, and still 2 minutes 23 left in this quarter. And the Hatters now just picked up their 4th team foul. So any more from the Hatters is going to send Oakland straight to the line.
Both teams in the bonus as Brookshire subs in for De Silva. De Silva at the top. Kicks it out for the shot. Bo Frost, great rebound and great putback.
Yeah, it looked like Emma Gandini had good position there on the box out, but unfortunately just got beat by height, I think. Straight over the top, easy layup for Bo Frost.
8 points personal for Bo Frost. As the Hatters, Mullins, great take. Nice little pass fake, the Euro step and the finish. Big play from her. Yeah,
the Hatters will be looking for more of that from her as the game goes ahead. Great drive to the basket.
De Silva hits Pounds. Pounds inside to Brookshire. Brookshire, nice kick out to De Silva. She's already hit one from out there. Not able to find the board there. Great block from Lewis. But Oakland's maintaining possession as that shot clock goes. Oh, sorry. Fouls on 22.
I think they've called over the back.
From McCray. Fouls called on number 22 McCray on Oakland Wolves.
Yeah, I think that's a bit unfortunate. I think what the referee's seen there is the fact that she's run down the middle, she's jumped, but that off arm she used was on the back of one of the Hatters players, causing her to fall over.
Well, that's McCray's second foul of the night. Obviously both teams in the bonus. So Shauna Harrison will take a trip to the line. Free throw bumps her up to 5 points personal. Able to knock down both. 6 points on the night for Shauna Harrison so far as the Oakland Wolves advance the ball over half. De Silva, again, lightning quick. Swings at the Pounds. Pounds tries to find Brookshire inside. They maintain possession. Clock winding down here. De Silva will have to make a move to the basket, and she'll be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line, shooting some bonus free throws. Good decision from De Silva there.
Yeah, I think, again, discipline from the Hatters lacking there. In a game where you're both in the bonus, 1 minute left in the second quarter, with only 3 or 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Giving up a foul there will be really disappointing to Vanessa Ellis.
Well, that's Stubbs' 3rd foul of the night, so she's going to have to be extremely cautious moving forward. With still a minute to go here in the first half. Big free throw there from De Silva. Full court pressure from Oaklands Wolves as Stubbs brings the ball up. Harrison off a nice stagger screen, a handoff. Big screen from Mullins, but again, an offensive foul. It's probably about the 5th or 6th offensive foul we've seen tonight. We're still only in the first half.
Yeah, in my opinion in that one, it seemed like she had her feet set and was very still. So I'm actually quite confused at that call. However, I think the fact that she fell on the ground pretty hard may have influenced the referee's decision there.
Well, a quick timeout called here. 50 seconds left in this quarter. We'll take a quick look at our top scorers. Obviously, we talked a lot about Nina Crisper tonight, but on the Oakland Wolves side, Teresa De Silva, great second quarter from her 10 points personal.
Yeah, I think she's, as the English would say, taken the game by the scruff of the neck. I think she's noticed that her team are not flowing too well on offense, so she's demanding the ball, she's making things happen, she's attacking the basket, she's taking open shots, she's crashing off her own shots, so I think there's not much more she could do for her team at this point.
Well, 50 seconds left on the clock. If you're the Hatters, what are you looking to get out of this last 50 seconds?
Well, I think for the Hatters is making sure that we do not foul on this possession. We do not want to compound errors. Compound errors meaning fouls, meaning turnovers. So I think the Hatters here need a good 24-second stand, secure the rebound, and then come down the court, run a nice long offense, try and go into the half with a bit of a lead. And I think if you're Oakland's here, with 50 seconds on the clock, there's 3 possessions probably left in this half. Probably trying to get two scores from 2 possessions that you're going to get.
Teams heading back onto the floor. Just under a minute to go here at the Cannon Medical Arena. 34-33 in favor of the Hatters. Possession to the Oaklands Wolves. De Silva will bring the ball up. Looking inside to Brookshire. Brookshire backing her defender down. McCray stops up for a 15-footer. Gandini comes down with the rebound. Stubbs looking inside to Lewis. Lewis finds Shauna Harrison. Lewis back inside. She backs down her defender. Not able to get there. Great rebound from Sarson. Lewis gets her hands on it. It'll be a jump ball situation. Possession back to the home team Hatters. 18 seconds left on the clock, 14 on the shot clock.
Yeah, the Hatters did a great job there of jamming the ball up on that rebound, not letting Oakland get out on the break and taking that last shot.
Inbounded to Lewis. Gandini looking for the handoff. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Lewis on the inside. Gonna have to let it fly. Not able to get there. De Silva with the ball. 3 seconds on the clock. She fires it up from half. And it won't go. And that is all she wrote for this first half. Your Sheffield Hatters with 34. The Oaklands Wolves with 33. And if you're Coach Lee Ryan, you've got to be happy with that second quarter, the comeback. Take a quick look at some of the game stats here from the first half. Nate, what stands out to you most?
Well, I think looking through the stats, I know it's not showing on this screen right now, but the Hatters have 17 turnovers in that first half. So I think it's actually surprising that they're actually still winning this game, which is a positive in a way for the Hatters, because the way you can look at that one is that if we just take care of the ball and we carry on doing everything else we're doing, we will win this game. And I think for the Oakland Wolves, making sure that they keep causing those turnovers and creating as many easy shots as they can, because they're not shooting great percentages. Only 29.2%, going 7 from 24 from the 2-point area, which is not great stats so far. So I think Oakland need to rely on their defense to cause turnovers and score as many easy baskets as they can.
Well, Sheffield with 20 points coming from their bench, while the Oakland Wolves only with 9. Fast break points, the Oakland Wolves have 4, Sheffield only have 2. And points from turnovers for Sheffield is 6, for Oakland it's 7, so not much between them on that end.
Yeah, I think coming into this game I was expecting Oakland Wolves to get out on the break a bit more and score some more fast break points, but I think the Hatters have done a really good job of jamming that up, making Oakland Wolves have to play in the half court, and unfortunately for Oakland have not been too efficient from the floor so far.
Well, great half of basketball so far here at the Cannon Medical Arena. It's the first championships game of the season for both of these teams. 34-33 for the for the Sheffield Hatters. I'm Mike Tuck. I'm joined by Nate Montgomery. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back at you for the second half shortly. Good evening, everyone, and we're back here at the Cannon Medical Arena. It's the Braun Sheffield Hatters taking on the Oakland Wolves in the first championship game of the season. First half, exciting half, and probably expected half from these two rival teams. 34 for the Hatters, 33 for the Oakland Wolves. I'm joined by Nate Montgomery. Nate, what stood out to you the most for the Oakland Wolves in that first half?
Well, looking at the stat sheet here, we can see that the Oakland Wolves have shot double the amount of shots than the Sheffield Hatters, and actually losing by one. So I think coach will have had a conversation at half time and reassure his team that these shots are going to fall. We just need to keep creating opportunities, and hopefully they will drop.
Well, very uncharacteristic for this Wolves team. They're, second in the league in field goal percentage and third in the league in three-point percentage, but just shooting under those percentages tonight, whereas the Hatters, 42% from the field, 53% from two-point land, but only 1 for 6 from three-point land. So still creating good opportunities and taking good shots, but could probably look for a few more of those threes to drop here in the second half.
Yeah, well, I think as Oakland try and cut the water off from the Hatters, getting down the middle and making easy passes, leading to fouls and layups, I think the Hatters will be forced into taking more three-point shots. And with the players that they've got, especially the likes of Emma Gandini, Georgia Gale, and Shauna Harrison, you'd expect those shots to drop.
Sheffield with 20 points coming from their bench, the majority of those coming from Nina Crisper. What a night she's having. 12 points personal for Nina Crisper so far, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Phenomenal night off the bench for her.
Yeah, she's been an absolute spark for the Hatters in this first half. Game started off really slow. As soon as she was introduced into the game, making plays at both ends of the floor, working her socks off. And she's probably the biggest reason why the Hatters are still up in this game.
And for the Oakland Wolves, you've got to talk about Teresa De Silva, the point guard who's just been controlling the pace all night. 10 points for her, leading the team in rebounds with 4, and leading the team in assists with 2. She's been doing it all from that point guard slot.
Yeah, well, I think as a point guard, there comes times in the game where you feel like you've got to have more of an impact everywhere, and I think she's noticed that her team not particularly shooting the ball very well, so she's really trying to take the game to the Hatters and force the issue, and it's really been working for her so far.
Well, teams taking to the floor here in the third quarter, only 1 point between them. Possession to the Oakland Wolves, and Beckford Norton will bring the ball up the floor. Getting the play set up here, trying to find some spacing. Beckford Norton passes it down to Brookshire in the post. She'll try and find a way inside. McCray taking her time. Big fadeaway. Nice contest from Mullins as Gandini comes down with it. Lewis will advance the ball over to Harrison, and another offensive foul call. That's probably the 6th one we've seen of the night. And Lewis called for the illegal screen.
Yeah, it's really surprising there. There was really no need for any extras on that handoff. I think Shauna Harrison did a good job of getting open and getting the handoff. I'm surprised that Lewis felt the need to do anything extra there.
De Silva takes it for the Wolves. She drives baseline. Good take, but even better block from Mullins. 2 great defensive possessions from her to start this third quarter. Georgia Gale kicks it out to Shauna Harrison. She won't convert on the 3, and De Silva comes down with another rebound, her 5th of the night. De Silva drives, kicks, good deflection from Harrison. Wolves maintain possession. Trying to find an option here, and Brookshire will want to rewind time and take that one back. She'll turn the ball over.
Yeah, well, we could just hear from head coach of Oakland Wolves there calling for his team to move the ball. I think they've been a bit too obvious with the plays, staring at the passes they want to make, which makes it easy for the Hatters to get a hand in that passing lane and disrupt the play.
Well, Hatters maintain possession here. 8.5 minutes left here in this third quarter. Georgia Gale maintains possession. She'll fire it off from 40 feet. It won't go in, but bit of a do-or-die situation. Clock shot was going down. And again, not the best start for either of these teams so far.
No, I'm sure that wasn't the communication come from both coaches at half-time. So I think they'll be disappointed with both teams' start so far. And they'll be wanting to see the changes that they spoke about at half-time.
McCray, she'll drive it down. Maintains possession here. Frost, 5 seconds on the clock remaining. Brookshire will have to go, and she'll pick up the foul from Mullins.
Another bailout.
I mean, Mo Mullins, obviously a foul on that possession there, but she's been all over the place on the defensive end, picking up guards, picking up bigs, getting rebounds. Great defensive energy from her tonight. Yeah,
and I think anyone watching this game, especially the youngsters, that's how to stay on the court. Be an offensive threat, but more importantly, play good defense. Coaches love players that play defense.
Frost kicks it back to Beckford Norton. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Beckford Norton will have to go. Nice take and the acrobatic finish. Oh, and a technical foul called here. Emma Gandini was taking the ball out on the baseline, and Beckford Norton knocked it out of her hands. You cannot have any contact with the ball while it's in the offensive player's hands while they're taken out of bounds. So that'll be a technical foul. Gandini will go to the line. And just a bit of a mental lapse there, a bit of a mental mistake there from Beckford Norton.
Yeah, I think after that great take, really tough finish there. Again, both teams struggling with discipline so far in this game, giving the other team a chance to get one back for no reason.
Well, Hatters will maintain possession after the Gandini knocked down that free throw. Georgia just looking for an option here. Not a lot of movement from her players. Net, great pass to Gandini, but foul called on the interior first. And it's called on Frost for the holds. Megan Mullins doing a great job of trying to find position early on the inside.
Yeah, it looks like the Hatters have spoke about something at half-time. Perhaps getting Emma Gandini off the ball to start this half. She started the first half playing a lot of the point guard, and it seems like Georgia Gale's playing a lot more of the one, hopefully, so Emma can get some open shots.
And that'll be a 5-second call on the Hatters, just not able to execute on that baseline out-of-bounds play. And McGee stepping into the game will take it out of bounds for the Wolves. Hatters picking up full court here. Inbounded to Brookshire. Back to McGee. McGee handles it at the top. Passes it to Beckford Norton. She drives it down the lane. Not able to convert on that finish as Georgia Gale brings the ball back up. Gandini, great pass inside to Lewis. Oh, just rims out. Gandini comes back up with it. Again, Lewis. And another offensive foul called. Lewis's second offensive foul this quarter. And just a little bit too headstrong with the shoulder there, leaning in a little bit too hard.
Yeah, a bit too obvious on that one, but I'd also like to see a replay on that one to see where the defender's feet were. It seemed really close to the charge circle there. Referees decided it's a charge. Oakland's ball.
That would be her second foul of the game.
Have you ever seen this many offensive fouls in a game?
I mean, it's got to be up to 7 or 8 offensive fouls already called, and we're only sitting at the beginning of the third. So refs obviously had a prerogative with that tonight. Brookshire fires up the 16-footer. Great hit from her. Yeah,
just too easy there. Hand down in the mid-range. I saw her warming up before the game, shooting that exact shot.
Beautiful steal from De Silva, but she loses it at the other end. Lewis, good hustle play, getting on the ground for that one. As Georgia Gale finds Mullins on the run, not able to convert. We're off to the races here. McGee, great spin move in the open court.
Yeah, I think I've seen slower rallies of tennis so far in this game.
Beckford Norton will handle it at the top. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. She'll fire up a three. It won't go. Gandini is fouled on the rebound by McGee. Nina Crisper on the sideline. She subs in for Antoinette Lewis. Nina Crisper on 12 points personal. That spark off the bench that the Hatters have needed tonight.
Yeah, definitely looking for her to make another good impact in this half.
Crisper swings it to Harrison. Harrison on the drive. And another charge call. The Oakland Wolves doing a great job of getting in front of the ball and drawing the charge. Hatters looking extremely frustrated. Head coach Vanessa Ellis with her hands on her head. She can't believe it. But just strong defensive plays here from the Oakland Wolves. And I know maybe you wouldn't agree with the call, but you have to adapt to what style of play the refs are maintaining.
Yeah, just a lack of composure there. I think, as you said, rightly so, the referees are looking for those charge calls.
De Silva off to McGee. McGee, little hop step there. Huge block from Mo Mullins. Gandini finds the kick out to Fernandez. She drives it in. Oh, throws it away. It's bobbling down the court. Good hustle from Brookshire there to pick it up. She drives down the middle. De Silva comes back up with it. Behind the back pass to Brookshire. It's showtime here at the Canton Medical Arena.
Well, I think that's a rare moment of a beautiful play there so far in this game. Excellent pass there by De Silva.
Crisper on the wing. She's looking inside. Can't get it there. Fernandez trying to find an option. She'll drive in. Looking. And she turns the ball over. Brookshire again in the open court here. Takes her time. Turnaround hook shot. That won't go. As Gandini brings the ball up the floor. Crisper not available, but finds it at the top. Back over to Gale. Georgia Gale on the drive. Kicks it to the corner. Emma Gandini not able to get it, but great rebound from Crisper. Georgia Gale, a little bit of space. 10 seconds on the clock. And a traveling call on Georgia Gale. As the Hatters call a quick timeout. And just whistles not going the Hatters' way so far this quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be a real test of the team mental strength and togetherness. Rightly said, not much going their way so far in this quarter, so they're going to really need to gang together and make a run.
Well, Oakland's Wolves with a 1 point deficit going into the half. Now looking at a nice little 4 point lead. Coach Lee Ryan's got to be happy with the way they've responded, especially on the defensive end. Yeah,
well, I think at half-time we mentioned how many more shots that the Oakland Wolves had taken in that first half. And it seems like now they're starting to fall. So I'm sure Coach will be happy with the start. Defensively, they've been excellent all game long. If they can turn that into offense, then the Hatters are going to really struggle if they can't keep their discipline.
Well, Oakland Wolves with 11 points from turnovers, 15 points coming from their bench, 18 points in the paint, and not shooting the ball particularly well, although throughout the trophy run they were second in the league in field goal percentage and third in three-point percentage, so good shooting teams always find a way down the stretch.
Yeah, and I really like their energy coming out of that timeout. I think they're really focused on seizing opportunity here to extend this lead that they've created for themselves.
Sarson passes it off to Pounds. Pounds kicks it back to De Silva. De Silva tries to find the backdoor pass and turns the ball over there. An unforced turnover coming out of that timeout.
Yeah, I really want to see Emma Gandini. A couple of plays ago, found herself open for a three, didn't quite make that. But I'm looking for the Sharks to keep looking for her to make some open shots.
Yeah, Gandini only on 3 points personal. She leads the team in scoring, 18 points per game. They'll definitely be looking for some more offensive production from her. As the Hatters inbound the ball, Georgia Gale hands it off to Gandini. Shauna Harrison cuts through, won't go. Crisper, 8 seconds on the clock. She'll drive it in. Oh. De Silva contested the shot, caught a piece of Crisper's arm. And Nina Crisper will head back to the line for her 4th time tonight. She shot 6 free throws so far, 5 from 6, doing a lot of damage from the line.
Yeah, I think the Hatters have definitely got to focus back on getting that ball down the middle of the lane, creating opportunities by getting to the middle of that key, forcing players to either commit to the ball or commit to their own, and then making the correct decision from there.
Nina not able to convert on either of the free throws. De Silva brings the ball up, hands it off to McCray. McCray back inside to De Silva. De Silva step through, layup, it just rolls out, gets her own rebound and puts it back in. Fernandez up the floor to Harrison. Harrison hands it off to Gale. Gandini to Fernandez. Fernandez fires off a 3. It won't go. Georgia Gale able to get her hand on the rebound, but her feet were on the line, so ball will go back in the Wolves' possession. Finau subbing back in for De Silva after that foul on the last play. But great effort from her on the putback, the play after.
Yeah, I think those plays are going to decide this game, Mike. There's not been a game where offensive in the half court has been an advantage for any team. So I think those little plays, effort plays, grip plays, are going to be the ones that win the game for either team.
Sarson to Finau. Finau from the top of the key, it won't go. Rebound from Fernandez. She passes it up to Harrison. Harrison not able to get onto it. And that'll be back to Oaklands Wolves. And it's just little plays like that, unforced turnovers that are going to kill you down the stretch. We talked about turnovers being an issue for this Sheffield Hatters team in the first half. 25 turnovers on the night so far.
Yeah, I mean, whether those turnovers show up straight away in the scores, I think now we're starting to see the effect of those turnovers.
McGee over to Sarson. Sarson into McCray. McCray with the turnaround, won't go. Good effort on the rebound there from Harrison. She's knocked over and will draw a foul, but looked like she banged her knee a bit there. She's limping off, but she'll stay on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know if that was as a result of the knee slide that she was forced into down the floor the last play. Looks in some pain here, but she's tough. I think she's going to stay on the court.
Shauna Harrison will go to the line for 2. Make some noise for Shauna Harrison!
Shauna Harrison will head to the line. Obviously, Hatters in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus, actually, but Shauna Harrison, 6 points personal so far tonight. 5 rebounds and a steal. Still unable to find some rhythm from behind that three-point arc. But sometimes all you need to do is see the ball go through the basket and get an easy free throw to just get you going.
Yeah, for sure. I think especially people who are used to making shots, when that ball doesn't go in, sometimes it can unsettle you. So, like rightly so, sometimes get yourself to that free throw line.
Well, there you go. She must have heard us talking about her, because Shauna Harrison, great defensive play at half court, able to get down and draw a foul, and back-to-back trips to the free throw line. Phenomenal effort from the Sheffield native.
Yeah, now that's just going to be what it takes in this game. Whichever team has more energy on defense, I think that's going to translate straight to the offense. I think there's been a lot of points on fast breaks, so I think that's the precedent been set in this game.
That sweep knocks her up to 9 points personal. As Oakland Wolves maintain a 3-point lead here with 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And again, another unforced turnover there. Oakland Wolves losing a little bit of composure here as Hatters try to maintain this run and get back into this game.
Yeah, not surprised that Teresa De Silva's been subbed back in this game, just to shore up the ball for the Oakland Wolves.
Yeah, she's been phenomenal on both ends of the floor, disrupting people on the defensive end, but then also pushing the pace and being a scoring threat, but also creating for her teammates. Phenomenal job from her. Stubbs for the Hatters, over to Crisper. Harrison in the corner, back up to Gandini. Gandini not able to find it from behind the three-point line as Sarson kicks it to De Silva. De Silva in the open court, kicks it out to Pounds. Pounds, nice dish pass there to McCray. Gandini a little bit late on the defensive rotation, so she'll foul McCray. McCray will take a trip to the line. Both teams here in the bonus with just over 2 minutes left in the third.
Yeah, I think free throws and turnovers are going to decide this game.
And Gandini picks up her third foul. So McCray knocks down the first. Trying to maintain that little bit of an edge, build on that lead as we head into the final quarter. Not able to convert on that second one. 4-point lead for the Wolves. Cheyenne Stubbs dishes it off to Shauna Harrison. Pin down screen for Grace Graham. She'll fire off a three. Woo-hoo! That was from way out. Grace Graham, big shot to wake up this crowd.
Exactly what the Hatters needed there. Excellent shot there by Grace Graham. Saw the defense, stepped off her. She was 3 feet behind the three-point line, had a clear line at the basket. Lovely arc on that shot, straight in.
Phenomenal shot, Grace Graham. Comes from some great experience playing professionally down in Australia. Came right from the winter season there to come play for the winter season here. So showed up to training camp in phenomenal shape, and she's been a big pickup for the Hatters this season.
Yeah, such a natural shooter of the ball. And only a couple of plays before that, causing turnovers at the halfway line for the Hatters. So again, multiple players making big plays on both ends of the floor. Can the Hatters string them together and get back in the lead in this game?
Well, Graham's three brings the Hatters within 1 point. 42-41. Minute 41 left on the clock here. Important possessions as we head towards the end of the third here. Who's going to come out on top this quarter? McCray fires off. An 18-footer, it won't go. Stubbs advances the ball. Finds Nina Crisper on the drive. Good kick out to Graham. Back-to-back threes for Grace Graham.
Instant impact again from Grace Graham.
And foul called on Grace Graham. Thought she did a good job of sliding her feet there, but the ref deemed it a little too much contact. Great play there from De Silva, being aggressive on the catch, putting the pressure on the Hatters, but back-to-back threes from Grace Graham. Obviously a shame on the foul there, but what an impact she's had here at the end of the third. Yeah,
I look to her to continue this good shooting throughout the rest of this game, and the Hatters are going to need the outside shooting that they've just lacked for this whole game.
Well, a lead change again. De Silva with a chance to level it here. And she does. 44 apiece. And the ref calls a tech? The ref calls a technical foul on the coach. De Silva will go to line to shoot the tech. I'm not exactly sure what Coach Vanessa Ellis is frustrated at. It'll probably be that last foul on Grace Graham. From my perspective, it looked like she shuffled her feet and beat her to the spot, but
Yeah, I don't know if they've called for being below the free throw line as the...
Not sure. Stubbs advances the ball for the Hatters. Little kick out pass to Mullins. Another travel call. That's probably about the 4th travel call we've seen tonight as well.
Traveling has been called.
As possession goes back to Oaklands. 1 minute and 5 seconds left here. We're level at the Camden Medical Arena. First game of the championship. And what a game we have on our hands here. De Silva on the drive. She spins. Kicks out to Brookshire. 3-pointer from the top. It's good. Stubbs advances the ball. Looking for an option. Backdoor cut from Graham. Kicks it out to Mullins. Shauna Harrison finds Stubbs on the inside. Nice play from Stubbs. Big finish. Oakland Wolves maintain a 1-point lead here with 28 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Really well-timed basket there by Stubbs, hopefully giving them another opportunity to have a shot in this quarter.
Great hustle from Nina Crisper. She just steps out of bounds, sorry. 8 seconds left on the shot clock, 16 on the actual clock. And Oakland Wolves will inbound the ball from the side here into De Silva. Screen from Brookshire. De Silva crosses. Great pass. And a foul called on Nina Crisper. Hands straight up in the lane. Refs thought it was a little bit too much contact. The home crowd here not agreeing with that call.
No, I think that
Nina Crisper's 2nd foul of the evening.
Yeah, the fans making their voices heard here, not happy with that call whatsoever. Looked like Nina Crisper had good position there, and the Oaklands player ran into her, but deemed a shooting foul by the referees.
Well, Brookshire will go to the line. She's on 7 points personal for the night. She's drawn 3 fouls tonight. Not able to connect on that first one. Big free throw here. You want to try and get a 2-point lead going into the 4th. Hatters with 11 seconds to create an opportunity. Brookshire gets it. 48-46, 11 seconds on the clock. Stubbs advances the ball here. 7 seconds. She's going to have to make a decision quick. Calls for the screen. Stubbs crosses down the lane. Nice pop shot. Is it good? The referee's just having a quick conference here, but
look good to me, Mike.
It looked good to me. Counting it, yes. Great job from Stubbs. She's able to level the score at 48-48 as we head into the 4th quarter. Just take a quick look at the game stats during the break here. 10 more minutes of action. What stands out to you so far, Nate?
Well, I think as we look at the Hatters now, have increased their 2-point field goal percentage to 52.6%, which is really helping them so far in this game. I think the 2 threes from Grace Graham are really well timed. And then Cheyenne Stubbs there picking up 2 baskets inside, sealing the 2 at the end of that quarter. Possibly could have been a foul as well. So really well timed baskets there from the Hatters to end that quarter.
Hatters doing a great job of winning the rebound war. Pretty even on assists and steals. The Hatters again, 27 turnovers on the night, but still able to find a way to stay in this game, even though they're letting go of the ball so many times.
Yeah, well, I think those turnovers never help, but what I have liked from the Hatters is the reaction to those turnovers. I think they've done a really good job of recovering, getting back on defence and forcing Oaklands into tough shots, and that shows up as the field goal percentage for the Oaklands is only at 30.9%.
Well, we're level here at the Camden Medical Arena. First game of the championship, and things have kind of carried over from last season. The rivalry continues between these two clubs. 9 lead changes tonight so far. What an exciting game we have on our hands here. And there's only 10 minutes left on the clock to decide this one. Both teams Bit of a sluggish start, but then really got rolling here as we hit that second and third quarter. And all to play for now here as we head into the fourth.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see Grace Graham come back on the floor for the Hatters. I think they really need to try and find her as much as they can out on that three-point line. Take a bit of the pressure off the team.
Stubbs swings it to Crisper. Crisper finding Harrison. Harrison swings it out to Graham. Back over to Stubbs. Stubbs will fire off a three. It won't go. McCray comes down with the rebound. De Silva on the wing. Nice screen from Brookshire. De Silva. Wow, what a shot from her. That brings her back up to 15 points personal.
Yeah, great shot there by De Silva. Again,
incredible dish pass there from Stubbs to Crisper. Great response from the Hatters.
Hatters on defense.
Sarson, she'll drive the lane. Nice little spin move. Smothering defense from the Hatters. Brookshire comes up with it. De Silva, another three. Not able to go. Harrison comes down with it. Stubbs finds Crisper on the fast break. Not able to finish. She'll be frustrated with that one, and we're off to the races here. No call there. Mullings. Hatters slowing it down, get some control on the ball. Let's get into some offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Grace Graham, she'll fire off a three. Mullings, great rebounds and one. Great job on the second chance opportunity for Mullings.
yeah, great positioning there. And just outworked the defender to get that ball, put it up and finish through the contact.
And those are the kind of plays the Hatters are going to need to take the edge here in the fourth. 1 point lead, 10 lead changes on the night so far in this game. It's been non-stop action.
Yeah, I don't think we expected anything else from these two teams. I don't think there's any love lost from the two games that they played in the finals last year. And more of this to come.
Mullings able to convert on the free throw, gives them a 2-point advantage. McCray over to De Silva. De Silva patiently waiting for an option. McCray looking inside to Brookshire. Brookshire tries to deflect it off her defender. It won't go. Stubbs out on the break. Almost turns the ball over. Stubbs maintains the ball here. Shot clock winding down a little bit. Tries to kick it to Mullings. It's stolen away. De Silva out on the break. Finds Sarson. Sarson tries to kick it back. Another turnover. Stubbs finds herself down the other end for an easy finish. And a quick timeout called from Coach Lee Ryan for Oaklands. Just not happy with their defense and taking care of the ball. And the Hatters will maintain a 2-point advantage. What kind of things are what's Coach Lee Ryan talking about in this huddle right now?
Well, I think as a coach, when you look at the start of the game, you can understand both teams being a bit cagey, a few turnovers. But what you can't accept is now we're in 7 minutes 56 seconds left in the game, and we're still making those first quarter turnovers and mistakes. This can't continue. Whichever team figures it out, I think, is the team that's going to win this game.
Well, let's take a quick look at our top players of the night so far. Teresa De Silva leading all players with 15 points personal.
I think she's going to have to be at the heart of everything Oaklands do if they want to have a chance at winning this game. I think coach has got to put the ball in her hands, get her running through as many options as possible, and ultimately, if she can get an open look, she has to take that shot.
For the Hatters, again, Nina Crisper just doing it all tonight, shooting a super high percentage.
And also Cheyenne Stubbs, making some big plays. 8 points, shooting 66%.
Back underway. 7:50 on the clock in the final quarter. Hatters having so far by 4.
Frost not able to convert on the three. Georgia Gale back into the game. She'll drive the lane. Nice pass fake, not able to finish. But the foul is called. Georgia Gale will go to the line, fresh off the bench, and making things happen.
Yeah, a bit of a delay call there by the referee. I think he just wanted to see exactly how that play was going to come out. Eventually, I think that was the right call to make. Late on the help side rotation again from Oaklands, sending the Hatters to the line.
Georgia Gale knocks down the first. That bumps her up to 4 points personal. As Beckford Norton back into the game, setting up the offense, kicks it to De Silva, over to McGee. McGee finds De Silva in the low block. Turnover from De Silva's. Gandini finds Mullings on the break. Mullings will go all the way. Great pump fake, an even better finish. And Lee Ryan again calls the quick timeout as the Hatters stretch the lead out to 8 points.
Yeah, just confusing plays there from Oaklands. Really unforced errors, missing easy chances now. Not expected really, because they come out in the second half firing, but they seem to have lost all composure. And the Hatters have done a much better job in the last few minutes of just having that bit more composure, making the right plays, and finishing easy baskets.
Some smart plays, especially in transition and in the open floor. Just being aggressive towards the basket, really paying off for this Hatters team.
Yeah, just the help side rotations from Oakland's just a little bit too slow this evening, and it's resulted in the Hatters shooting an incredible amount of free throws, and they're shooting a really good percentage from the free throw line, so there's not really anyone else to blame. You have to be help side.
Hatters doing a great job scoring 11 points to the Wolves 3 points in this final quarter here. But still lots of time to play, and we've seen about 10 or 11 lead changes on the night so far, so anything could happen in this one, especially with the high tempo, high pace play of this Oaklands team.
Yeah, and I really feel for both coaches tonight, because I'm sure they've uttered the same repeated things over and over. Do the simple things well and we will win this game.
De Silva kicks it to Beckford Norton. Back up to De Silva. She'll take it off the dribble. Great pass into De Silva. She kicks it out. Beckford Norton will pick it up. Nice through the legs and tries to make something happen towards the basket. Deflected off her leg, and Hatters, great defensive effort off coming out of a timeout situation.
Yeah, you could see there that she wanted to drive to her right, and the Hatters cutting that straight off.
Shauna Harrison drives the baseline, picks up the foul. And again, another trip to the free throw line. Hatters shooting 78% from the free throw line, 22 of 28. Not as many trips to the free throw line for the Oakland Wolves, only 12, 8 for 12.
And Bo Frost there picking up a fourth foul, really taking herself out of this game. Coming into the game, I thought she could be a real threat for Oakland Wolves, especially from that three-point line. Unfortunately, it's taking herself out of the game with undisciplined plays.
Shauna Harrison not able to knock down the free throws, but comes back up with the rebounds. Hatters, 6 seconds left on the clock here. Harrison from the corner, not able to go. Big rebound from De Silva. And gosh, she's quick out on that break. Swings it to McGee. Handoff for Finau. Silva, handoff Beckford Norton. Norton down the middle. Left hand layup, it won't go. Big rebound from Mullings, and Georgia Gale clenches her face. I think she caught an accidental elbow there. Taking a second just to collect herself. 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter if you're just tuning in. It's the first game of the championship. And two of the top teams from last season looking to make their mark here in the early goings of this season. And Georgia Gale making her mark on that drive there, able to draw the foul. And another trip to the free throw line for the Sheffield Hatters.
Yeah, I think Oaklands are getting frustrated now because it seems like every time the Hatters drive, they're fouling them. And I always say, especially when I'm coaching, is don't give the referee a decision to make. And unfortunately, they've made it too easy to call fouls tonight.
Gale knocks down both free throws, and then a technical foul called on the Oaklands bench. A little too much chatter coming from the away team side. And Georgia Gale will go to knock down that free throw. And in a game like this, when you're obviously up 11 now, but it's still 6 minutes left on the clock, still within striking distance, and those little technicals, those little things, those little setbacks aren't great. Aren't what you need.
No, they're not going to help, and I'd expect the Hatters now to run some really long and good quality offenses to take as much time out of the clock as possible and protect this lead.
McGee drives the lane, kicks out to De Silva, three-pointer from her, it won't go. Gandini on the rebound. Back to Georgia Gale. Good spacing here from the Hatters. Gale looking for Crisper. Crisper on the drive, kicks it out to Gandini. Back out to Mullings. Nice little pump fake. She'll lose control of it, and De Silva will come up with it. 5.5 minutes left here in the fourth. De Silva rims out from three, but big rebound from Beckford Norton, and then she'll be called for the traveling call. And a lot of chatter here from Beckford Norton. Another technical, second of this quarter already. We can see a bit of frustration and fatigue kicking in for this Oakland Wolves side.
Yeah, I think things are starting to fall apart a bit for Oakland Wolves. I think now's the time as a team you've got to get together and have your leaders set the pace of how we're going to attack the rest of this game. There's still plenty of time left, 5 minutes left in this game, down 11. 5 stops and 5 scores, it's a tied game.
Beckford Norton not happy about that one.
I think she's now ejected from this game, Max. I think that was a second technical foul.
Yep, we see Brookshire sub in here.
I think she has to leave. Yeah, the referee's now asking her to leave the court.
She'll be frustrated with that one. Shanice Beckford Norton, obviously the heart and soul of this team, the captain. She's been a great player for this team. Played for the London Lions. Played for GB. A little bit uncharacteristic from her tonight, but the frustration just setting in a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's just the amount of foul calls that Oakland's have committed tonight. And it's just starting to show, as you said, frustration. Things are not going your way. And unfortunately just couldn't control what she was going to say to the referee. And again, give the referee an easy decision to make.
Georgia Gale will head to the line to shoot the technical free throw. She'll knock it down. Possession, I believe, will be back with the Hatters as Gandini takes it out on the sideline into Georgia Gale. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock in this one. Swings it to Harrison. Harrison on the dribble, finds Gandini on the wing. Georgia Gale driving from the corner. Nice. Great contest there from De Silva. And foul called on Georgia Gale there. On De Silva on the rebounds. A lot of whistles in this one.
Yeah, I'd really look now the Hatters to lean on Georgia Gale's experience, playing in big moments, MVP of the playoffs last season, had an excellent second half in that game, so I'd be looking for her in this last 5 minutes to really try to control the pace and be a big part of what the Hatters are doing.
Well, the Hatters have done a phenomenal job on the defensive end in this quarter. You know, scoring 15 points themselves, but only holding the Wolves to 3 points. Coming out of the third quarter, you know, you would have said this game could have gone any way, but the Hatters really locking down on the defensive end and then finding enough production on the offensive end to build that lead.
Yeah, well, if we look at the foul count for both teams, you know, Oakland Wolves at 4 fouls, team fouls, and the Hatters only at 1. In the fourth quarter of the game, if you can hold those team fouls and not be sending the other team to the line, just keeps that ball in play a bit longer, takes more time out of the clock. And that seems to be helping the Hatters now stretch the lead out to 12 points.
And 2 of those fouls being technical fouls here in the fourth, so unraveled a little bit for this Oakland Wolves squad, but you know, it's just under 5 minutes left to play. Anything can happen. We see Teresa De Silva walking out with her team, talking to everybody, trying to get everybody on the same page here, trying to make a push for it.
Yeah, I think Oaklands will be trying to make one more run in this game to make it. First thing is get it to a single-figure game, and then we're looking to try and win the game. Hatters, of course, trying to stop that.
McRae shoots the off-balance shot. Not able to get there, but Lewis able to come down with the rebound. And Georgia Gale finding Shauna Harrison on the break. She makes the right decision coming down and resetting. Georgia Gale on the drive. Nice left-hand scoop shot. Exactly what you want to see from Georgia Gale down the stretch. Yeah,
of course. And I think the right thing as well is to keep trying to get to that basket. Oakland's have been fouling a lot, forcing them into help side. Great left-hand layup there.
De Silva from the top. She'll knock down the 3. Cuts the lead to 11.
Well, I think we said earlier in the game, didn't we, Mike, that De Silva was going to be a major part of everything Oakland is doing, and that's not changed.
De Silva leads all scorers with 18 points personal. Tremendous individual performance.
Yeah, she'll be looking for more from her teammates in the closing moments of this game. I think she's been out there doing her best, leading her team in all aspects. She'll be wanting a bit more help.
Shauna Harrison kicks it back out to Georgia Gale. Gale over to Gandini. One more to Harrison. She fires off the 3. Not able to go. Antoinette Lewis with the and 1. Big play from the forward. Her first year at the Hatters and just being a great presence around the basket.
Yeah, great positioning again there from Lewis and a great left-hand finish.
Hatters, phenomenal job of spreading that lead out in this fourth quarter. Lewis not able to convert on the free throw, but still a 13-point lead here. Sorry, 14-point lead. Sorry, 13. Ball goes out of bounds off Oakland's.
These are the exact type of plays that the Hatters want to be making at this point in the game. Forcing Oakland's into tough shots, tough passes over outstretched arms, away from the basket. Really good defense there from the Hatters.
Oakland's 21st turnover of the game. We spoke about it earlier. Hatters are 29 turnovers, but still just maintaining, finding ways to keep scoring on the offensive end. Mullings. Harrison, she'll fire off a 30-footer. Nothing but net. What a shot from Shauna Harrison. That bumps her up to 12 points personal.
Yeah, quietly very impactful for the Hatters today. And what a shot. I mean, how far out from the three-point line was she then? Nothing but net on the way down.
Tremendous play from her there. De Silva will draw a foul from Gandini. Stops the clock at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Hatters with a 16-point lead as Sarson advances the ball to De Silva. Nice spin move from De Silva. She tries to kick it to the corner, stolen away. Georgia Gale in the open court here. Nice drive to the basket, an easy one off the backboard. Georgia Gale, great take from her, 12 points personal. I'll have to remind you, Nate, that you have to pick the MVP tonight. Sarson, not able to convert on the three. Brookshire, good rebound. Extends the arm, and an offensive foul is called.
Yeah, I think a few players could earn the MVP tonight.
Well, you've got, Mullings having a good game, Harrison having a good game, Georgia Gale playing great as of late, but Nina Crisper's got a strong argument. She's had such a consistent game all throughout. Just a great job of keeping this team together, especially in those first three quarters. As Antoinette Lewis, another trip to the free throw line. Lewis knocks down the first.
Yeah, and I don't think it can be understated the impact that Shauna Harrison's made. I know she's sort of hit the exclamation mark with that three-point shot from downtown, but taking charges, diving on the ball, putting her body on the line for the team, winning plays, as you might say.
Well, 19-point lead here for the Hatters. Brookshire knocks it down to 17. Shauna Harrison off to the races there. She'll slow it down and reset. Hatters just trying to get some time off the clock here. Just under 2 minutes left in the game. Good deflection from Sarson. De Silva not able to get the ball. Gandini. Grace Graham will sub back in for Gandini.
Just feels like a little too late from Oaklands at this point.
And Georgia Gale fouled on the running jumper there. With just 3 seconds left on the shot clock, she'll go to the line. And just great experience from Georgia Gale, and just being a leader and slowing things down and really taking charge here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think, with the amount of fouls that Oaklands have been giving up, Georgia Gale's clearly seen that and now started taking the game to them in the paint as they commit another foul.
De Silva brings the ball up for Oaklands, trying to find something on this offensive end. Brookshire shoots the three. It's good. Lewis bobbles the ball for the Hatters. Georgia Gale will slow things down. Crosses it. Nice high-low. Not able to find the basket. Sarson.
That's Sarson. Over the top. Brookshire again. Spin with the left. Doesn't drop. Shauna Harrison with the rebound.
Shauna Harrison will bring the ball up the floor.
Shauna will drive. Shauna keeps going.
Not able to find it, but great hustle from Mullings, getting down on the ground. Finds Harrison out to Graham. She won't convert on the three. Oaklands with the ball, pushing it up. Frost back in the game. Sarson, she'll fire off a three. It won't go. Great rebound from Harrison. She'll be fouled by Frost, which I believe will be her fifth. Let's just see what they called there. Yep, that would be Frost's fifth foul of the night, so she'll have to go take a seat.
Yeah, real shame. I think I was looking forward to seeing some good play from her tonight, but unfortunately, as we see, is fouled out of the game.
Some great production from Frost, especially in the early goings of this game. She'll leave the game with 8 points personal. 2 of those being three-pointers from the corner that really helped give this Oakland Wolves confidence early on.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be in that locker room after the game. I think Oaklands are a good team, but I feel might have just let themselves down a bit tonight.
Grace Graham called for the reach-in foul there. De Silva advances the ball. Only 34 seconds left in this one. Inside to Brookshire, sorry. De Silva kicks out to Brookshire. She won't convert on the three. Great fight on the boards from McCray. And a shot clock violation on that one. Oh, sorry, foul on that one on Shauna Harrison. That's her second foul of the evening. As McCray goes to the line. And Hatters just doing a great job down the stretch of stretching out that lead and just being composed.
Yeah, I think composure is the key word there, Mike. They kept the fouls to a minimum, committed less turnovers than they did in that first half. So they really came out. Slow start to the second half for both teams, but the Hatters ultimately have shown good composure, good team togetherness, and a great defence this half. And then the big shots have helped them down the stretch.
Grace Graham. Great shot there to finish out that game. And the buzzer rings. The Braun Sheffield Hatters take that first game of the regular season, 79 to the Oakland Wolves, 61. Phenomenal job from the Hatters tonight. Quite a few different players really stepping up. But who's your MVP of the night, Nate?
Well, I think from instant impact at the start of the game right through to the end, consistency, big plays at both ends of the court, and making big plays just when they needed them. I'm going to give my MVP to Nina Crisper for today.
Nina Crisper, 14 points personal. Great job from shooting 60% from two-point land, knocking down 5 free throws. She had 6 rebounds and 4 assists, 3 steals in there and a block. 20 points on the index, so great job from Nina Crisper tonight. She is our MVP of the match. And a phenomenal performance from the Sheffield Hatters team. Going up against the Oakland Wolves team that they had so much on the line against last season. Oakland Wolves beating them out by 1 game to finish top of the table last season. It's almost kind of like a sweet revenge game for this Hatters squad.
Yeah, I think I said at the start of the game that I don't think either team would have needed much motivation from coaches to want to win this game. I think that's a real statement from the Hatters today, a statement of intent for the rest of the season, and I can't wait for their next matchup in the trophy semi-final. I think it'll be an absolute cracker of a game.
Well, the Hatters will be away at Leicester next week on the 8th, and then they'll be back here on November 29th versus Manchester Basketball here at the Cannon Medical Arena, and then obviously back again on the 6th of December for the trophy semi-final, the Betty Cadona Trophy semi-final. Tickets are available at SheffieldHatters.com. Just a quick look back at the game stats here before we log off. Nate, again, where do you think the game was won and lost?
Well, I think ultimately, when we look at the first half compared to the second half, Hatters committed a ton of turnovers in that first half, which I know they will have been disappointed with. How they managed to stop that leak of turnovers and really control the tempo of this game, and then in them important moments when they created opportunities to score, they started to score big shots towards the end of the game, and a great team togetherness I think edged them out in this game.
Incredible win for the Sheffield Hatters as they continue their unbeaten run this season, obviously going unbeaten in the trophy competition, but now first game of the season unbeaten. Still a little bit too early to get any table results, but they'll be tied up there with 1 win with a few teams from around the league. Guys, I think that's it. I want to thank Nate for coming on and helping out. Great job first time tonight on commentary, Nate.
No, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it. I love talking about basketball, so this felt right up my street, watching a basketball game and having a talk with my good friend.
Well, guys, congratulations to the Sheffield Hatters. Commiserations to the Oakland Wolves. I've been Mike Tuck. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.